Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the best Pekka bridge spam deck in the game right now. It is this version right here, and I was playing around with a ton of Pekka decks, figuring out which one is the best one, which one works, which one doesn't, and this is the one I came up with. So it has Evil Furnace with Poison, okay? The Poison is the main thing you guys need to be using now. Because I was playtesting with arrows, obviously. Arrows just do not cut it at the moment, okay? Arrows are not the play right now. There's way too many furnaces, and arrows do not do a good job against opposing furnaces. So Poison is the reason why you need to play it now. There's no Goldenite, as you can see, because you kind of need the Rage for this particular deck as well. There's just like a lot of synergy, and I'm going to show you guys how to navigate through a couple matchups, or like, yeah, some of the meta decks, basically. I'll go against... Let's go against, like, Outrage or something. So this guy's playing Giant Skeleton Furnace and stuff like that, and basically I'm going to show you how to beat it. And I just want to give you guys a quick tip, just something to keep into consideration. So, by the way, do not use that furnace placement that I just did right there. That is a really bad placement. Later on in this replay, I actually will show you the correct placement to actually play a furnace that full counters a skeleton barrel. But yeah, pretty much, guys, one thing you can take away just in general when playing this deck is if they furnace the back, which is a very, very reasonable, very consistent play that everyone does. If they furnace the back and you have a furnace of your own, just match it, okay? Don't bother using other cards to counter it. Just furnace his furnace. It's that simple. Don't go Pekka the back if he goes furnace back. Just match it. Very safe place, the only correct thing to do. This is also what I'm going to show you guys. This is like the correct placement to play a furnace. So like when that skeleton barrel kind of goes near the princess tower, like that, and it pops, you just kind of want to play it right there. And then the fire spirit that spawns from the furnace just like insta kills all the skeletons, which is super, super nice in general. So, and it's pretty good because skeleton barrel is actually a pretty popular card that you will see quite often. So it's a neat little trick. I go Battle Ram opposite lane right there because he played Bowler, and Bowler is a very solid option towards a Battle Ram, so that's why I did that. And yeah, so overall, saving the Pekkas for the Giant Skeletons is also pretty nice. Against any type of Bowler deck, you really gotta try to finesse the Bowler. Like, you gotta try to bait it out on one side and then go aggressive on the other side. That's like really the name of the game here. My hand right here is really awkward, as you can tell. It's like, Poison, Ewiz, Rage, and Pekka. I had to go Ewiz. I feel like it's the most correct thing to do. I didn't want to go Pekka first because he might just go like Giant Skeleton opposite lane and do some crazy like combo on me where I can't defend it. So I kind of just wait for them to go like Giant Skeleton first. And yeah. So he goes for the Bowler as well, which is kind of annoying. As you can tell, this matchup really isn't the most greatest. He's got the Bowler, he's got the guards and stuff like that. Lightning for my own furnace, so it's really toxic. I went for Poison right there because I tried to predict guards, but he didn't do it. So right there he goes for guards, and he also goes for Evil Dark Goblin, which is super nice. So he put himself in a really bad position by throwing a ton of elixir right there, and he didn't have enough elixir to defend my attack right there. So, like I said, a key takeaway in this matchup against any Bowler decks is you gotta try to finesse around it, bro. You have to finesse, bro. There's no other option. Try to bait it out in one lane, and then go aggressive the other lane when they do play it. And yeah, overall, the Poison just cleans everything up. I'm telling you guys, the Poison is the wave. It is the correct spell to use in this type of meta. I don't know, like, if in the future, obviously, like... Well, I know for a fact, like, we all know, what's it called? We all know that, oh my gosh, I can't even think. That Furnace is going to get a nerf. We all know it's going to get nerfed, okay? It's just a given. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, let's see here. We can go against this guy right here. It's a Graveyard deck, and we all know that Graveyard is also pretty a relevant deck. It's very relevant, and you will see some Graveyards, and I want to just, like, tell you guys right now, just against almost any Graveyard deck you will come across, you don't actually poison the Graveyards for the most part. You actually poison their defense, okay? So the way you really screw yourself over in or playing against Graveyard is if you poison the Graveyards constantly. Because if you poison the Graveyards constantly, you give them the opportunity to stack a lot of troops on the defense, and then that's how you eventually will get overwhelmed. Okay, so just kind of take that into consideration. And yeah, so he goes for a poison right there. I felt like that was a little aggressive, so I just go for a battle ram at the bridge, just to kind of apply some pressure, you know. Let's see here. He goes for a barbarian barrel, which is totally fine, and yeah, dude. So, all right, he goes for a knight right there. He does mess it up, which is totally fine. Let's see here. So I think right here, yeah, I go for a furnace. I kind of go for a pretty early furnace because I want to try to spawn as much fire spirits as possible to DPS down that knight. So that's why I do that. And yeah, so it's kind of okay to single lane pressure in this matchup, but don't do it where you're putting all your troops in one lane. Like usually the Pekka with battle ram is the only type of attack you want to do a single lane pressure with. Because it makes the battle rams more threatening, honestly, if you do it behind a Pekka. But you never really want to play more things into a single lane because he does have poison, so he'll just like basically kill everything. Like it's really bad if you play so many things. So that's why it's typically better to dual lane against graveyard decks. But Pekka plus battle ram behind the Pekka is usually your safe bet if you want to go like just one lane, and then you want to go like ghost other lane with a bandit, especially like if they play their knight first. Like if they play their knight into the Pekka side. A ghost opposite lane usually is kind of annoying for them. So I'm going to go for a battle ram right here just to apply a bit more pressure. You know, because I had an E-Wiz, you know. Might as well take advantage of an Electro Wizard, and I'm getting some good damage. So, yeah. Let's see here. Also, you know how I was telling you guys earlier, poison is super good right now. It's like really good against graveyard, and you don't really want to poison the graveyards. You want to poison his troops. Especially because the poison has a pretty big radius too, so like you can find yourself getting a ton of value with poisons because like they have goblin huts, they got furnaces, you can usually hit both at the same time just because of how big the poison radius is. So yeah, let's see here. He does go for a poison, so I go for poison on my own, you know, hitting the goblin hut plus the furnace, so getting a good amount of value right there. Let me see here. I just raged that. I probably should have potentially raged the skeleton, or not the skeletons, the spear goblins instead right there. But it's totally fine. Right here. So I go for my evolved furnace, and I go for my ghosts. Just totally fine here. And I'm just making sure that his evo furnace doesn't do anything funny, you know? So right here, I think I go for a Pekka at the bridge because I have a free evo furnace essentially, so this is going to be a really threatening attack. I go for battle ram opposite lane now, and everything is looking pretty nice. I go for my bandit, just apply a ton of pressure with the rage. The rage is giving me a ton of extra like aggression because of how fast my troops are hitting, and that's how I play against that matchup. So I also want to show one more replay, guys, and the replay will be against the Goblin Giant Pekka deck that you guys will see quite a bit actually. It's this guy right here. You guys will see Goblin Giant with like Fisherman, Pekka in it, Goblin Curse, Lightning. You will see this deck. It is extremely, extremely popular, guys. So I'm going to show you guys how to beat this matchup. And I feel like it is his matchup, but at the same time, I think it's also winnable if like played extremely properly. And I got the worst start in the world. Like he just goes Pekka first play, and I just happen to go Bandit at the same time in the same lane that he goes Pekka, which is really unfortunate. But a very big takeaway in this matchup, guys, is try your best to play low Pekkas because you don't want his Fisherman to lock on to your Pekkas, like which it just did right there. There's nothing I could have necessarily done, which is kind of unfortunate. But, yeah, just keep that in mind, because if you just continuously play high Pekkas, it exposes your Pekka really easily towards his Fisherman, and you don't want that, because you basically, that's their way of winning the matchup. So if that's their way of winning the matchup, you got to prevent that. The way you prevent that is by playing low Pekkas, alright? So just keep that in mind when playing against his deck. And yeah, so let's see here. I think right here I just go for a Furnace in the back. Yeah, I go for a Furnace in the back, and everything's fine, okay? Let me see. I think he just reset with a Furnace of his own, which is the correct play. By the way, I don't think I've mentioned this already, but if they Furnace the back and you don't have a Furnace of your own to match it, just go Poison. Just Poison it if you have it, alright? That's the second best option. And yeah. Because poison, it doesn't full kill a furnace, but it does bring it down to range, like a rage spell raid or range, where a rage will take it out after a poison takes it down. So yeah, that's why I like the rage, by the way, as well. Poison plus rage full kills a furnace. So yeah, let's see here. I go for a ghost because obviously that thing's going to do way too much damage, especially because it is level 16. So yeah, let's see here. Alright, so he goes for a G-Giant in the back, and it's Evo. So I'm going to go for a Pekka in the back. I kind of have to do this. Keep in mind, guys, like, when you're also playing against these type of decks with Lightning, if you want to try to defend well, it's actually pretty important to use a Battle Ram on defense. So, for example, like, this guy has Pekka. I play my Battle Ram, like, right there, just to absorb all of the Pekka shots. You cannot let his Pekka hit yours. You need as much health on your Pekka as possible to actually get successful defenses off. And at this point, he basically just knows it. Like, I had a really successful defense right there, and he couldn't really do anything. So just keep that in mind. Also, like, if you have, like, Battle Ram on defense, like, that's another key takeaway, like I was just telling you. It's also a really good lightning block, because if you play it next to your tower, it has potential to actually block for your Electro Wizard and your Furnace itself. So, that's going to be a quick little matchup guide for you. I will do more in the future, but I don't know how long this deck is going to last, guys, because Furnace is absolutely crazy and they might nerf it, so I might have to revise the deck soon. But as of now, this is the best Pekka deck, guys, I promise you. That's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll do more next time.